What's up, y'all? I can't say goodnight because now I'm putting y'all to sleep. But this is Love and Sarcasm. We got Ashley said in his hours. What's up, y'all?
What's up?
What up? What up?
It's not going to be as funny because our lovely Donna is not here tonight.
Um,
So it's you two against me. Y'all ain't ready for this.
Got a threesome.
Oh, oh.
Get well soon, Donna. Get
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
No, but in all seriousness though, we gonna get into some topics that's going on in the world tonight. And let's start off. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna bring up the first topic of the night. So I noticed because of my birthday, March 8th, it was Women's International Day. So I'm gonna let you know by next year when you celebrate my birthday, don't put that shit on my birthday on March 8th. Women International Day does not belong on my birthday. Out of respect to mwah. But
Support the women of all nationalities.
exactly, I agree with that. Just not on my birthday. They should be supported every day, to be honest with you. That is my opinion. However, I have to bring up an issue with that in World International Women Day. I got to bring up an issue. Jill Biden, Jill, not Joe, his Rica wife, she gave an award. It was a Woman of Courage award, right? So she gave an award, right? And she gave it to a woman from Argentina that was a transgender woman. So how is it Women's International Day and you give an award to a man? Let's be for real. Like, what is going on, women? Women, I'm gonna tell you something. The world is trying to just X y'all out. They're saying the man come over, dressed in your little dresses and everything. And like, dude, y'all women, y'all have it hard though. I ain't gonna lie. The man's taking you, the man is going swimming and competing with y'all in athletic stuff, and now they taking y'all awards. Ashley, what you gotta say about that? I mean, I'm waiting on the response.
Go ahead, Ashley.
Yeah, it's definitely it's crazy. It's becoming a crazy world at the end of the day. You have these men who want to, they're changing their bodies. It's your body, do as you will. Okay. But now you're wanting to have that experience of having kids and everything like that. And that's just like us that naturally have those body parts to produce, it is what it is. I mean, for real, if you want to have my cramps, please take my monthly cramps because I'm over the shit. I'm ready to go to the doctor and like take it out.
Did you see the video of the man? I don't know if he took something that he's having cramps. Like, this is getting way too far. And this is crazy. There's women that can believe men can have kids. Like they actually saying men can give birth. Like, this is going way too far.
Mhm.
I'm gonna hold myself.
The only time that they really okay, so there are babies that are born and they have both parts. And at that time, the parent of the child has to make that decision. Do you want a boy or do you want a girl? And then they have to do the surgery. Like, we know that can happen. But yeah, it's there's
I think me personally, I think with that, I mean, with transgender or whatever, I think if they have the Olympics, they want to get in with the females. I mean, you can't. They're not the same. At the end of the day, they're not the same. I mean,
right.
thinking wise, whatever. I think they should have. If they're gonna go, if they okay with the whole thing, have transgender going against transgender. Don't have them going against. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it, it's getting ridiculous to me. I mean, I really don't talk upon it because you'll get the hate or
Yeah.
you don't know this, whatever. But everybody got a right to their opinion. Like they
Right.
have a right to their opinion as far as like being who they want to be.
Yeah.
So I just don't think they should be. They shouldn't be participating in
Women's sports.
to dominate. Yeah. Because I mean, I
It's
really
the
don't know.
world, the weather's going on, and I can't stand people to sit here and support this shit. It's ridiculous. Like you said, women's sports. God built you to be a man. So regardless, whatever trans thing you go through, you compete with women, you're going to be naturally stronger, more physical, and everything than him. So the guy was a guy that was competing in the women's swimming sport. There was a guy that was playing basketball. It's like, come on, how much more can you do? Like, this is not right. And then to have Women's International Day and give the award to a transgender woman or whatever, it's just completely outlined disrespectful to women. And that's where you need women to stand up and really to march, because Jill Biden, old wrinkle roadmap skin, she gave it a award. Flat out.
And see, like with us women, you know, they just took away our right for, and I don't agree with abortion, right? I don't. However, it's your body. Again, it's your body at the end of the day. But you're taking that away from us. You're taking that, you know, the women who are pregnant and end up having a miscarriage, but end up having to go full term with that stillborn, because there's states that will not support, you know, taking the baby out, right? And it's just like the disrespect. You know, there's women who have the implant in their arm. In Tennessee, there's a lady who has the implant in her arm, and because it's expired now, because it's only good for 3 years, they'll take it out, but they won't put a new one in because of the whole Roe versus Wade. And it's just like, it's disgusting, because there's some women that honestly don't want to have kids, or there's some women who have really bad PCOS and other, you know, menstrual issues, that's the only thing that helps them is the birth control. So you're taking that away from us while we have to sit here and suffer and still go to work with cramps and heavy menstrual cycles. Like, we don't get paid to be at home and you know, have a sick day because of that.
It's all about control, and it started with those 3 trolls that leads BLM that got those nice homes on the West Coast. That's all. The trolls.
I don't know. It's still going to get out of whack because, like I said, I mean, everything's out in the open, and then if you disagree with it, you're going to get challenged or you're going to get muted. You know what I'm saying? Anything you do now, you really can't do anything without, because you're trying to the world trying to satisfy everybody, and you're not going to be able to do it. Period. You know, you're going to get muted. It's crazy that they mute music or whatever. You know what? When music supposed to make people feel good, regardless of what personal issue they had or whatever, because you can go back in time. I mean, a lot of people did things back in the day
that are questionable now.
Yeah,
the world did all this. And then they're forcing the kids into it. So, like, I'm gonna bring up briefly Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union. Like, you don't, like, they're young. Let these kids grow. You want to sit up there and be like the spokesperson for this. That's what they is. It's like they use like black people. I'm gonna keep it 100. Use black people to be the poster boy for being this transgender and switch them over and everything. You got Dwayne Wade with his capri pants. He wears on time. Donna says, hold on. She said the things that are forced on us to accept are ridiculous. No amount of meds and surgery will make a man and woman. Call it what it is, a mental illness. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah. I don't know, and like I said, with the Dwayne Wade, I mean, if they do it, I ain't gonna say if they do it, they like it, I love it. I ain't gonna say that. It's not my concern. Put it like that.
It is a concern to a certain extent, though, because you have a kid, and if he's a spokesperson, they're gonna force it in schools. With subsequently, it's gonna be forced upon your kid. He's gonna see something, and he's gonna be confused. You see, Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union are superstars, right? Gabrielle Union is an actress that everybody knows. Dwayne Wade is a basketball player that retired, won a few championships. So they're in the media. So they always say everything they do, it's shown on TV. And TV controls our kids and social media. So if you notice, I'm around a lot of kids. When you go to these high schools, you see more and more of these types of things. Like, I say some stuff where I mistakenly looked at I thought it was a girl, it was a guy, just turned to a girl, and I was confused. I was like, what the hell? But it's been forced down the throats of younger kids. So what's going to happen in the generations coming up, 10 to 20 years from now, right? Your son's 5 years old. My nephew's 5. He's 5, right? 5?
Yeah.
So in these generations coming up, you're going to see the population of this stuff increase in schools with the transgender and guys being confused. So what's going to happen is women are going to have to fend for themselves. Actually, you remember I told you the ratio, and I made it a joke, but the last 3 years, there's not a good pool of men for the amount of good women that's out here. There's some trashy women out there, but most of the women, for the most part, are good. But ain't that many good guys out here though? You know, the guys are like switching over. I don't know a girl with no guy wearing capri pants or dresses, so X them out. How many guys you know that's available and ready to take care of business compared to guys that's out here in prison, pedophiles, transgender? There's not enough options for women. And then with this latest incident where transgender women are getting awards over real women, it's like quite asinine.
I I don't know. I don't know what to say. Like I said, I mean, I have nothing against that community, but like I said, once they start to engage in other stuff that's strictly supposed to be for female or strictly supposed to be for guys or whatever, it's getting out of hand. Like as far as what, because I think they had I think there was a girls wrestling or whatever, and dude was just dominating.
Like, yeah, I shouldn't been wrestling on females. You are a man. God, this is the world put you in. I'm not honoring that shit. I'm sorry. I'm not honoring it. I don't give a damn what nobody say. I don't give a damn how sensitive somebody is. What I'm saying, it's not honored. Read the Bible. Donna said, so if your son says I want to be called mini and not major, the school technically doesn't have to inform you. And it this depends on the state, she says.
Wow.
And that's so true because my cousin deals with that too. She's like, I have so many kids, you know, be like, you know, yes, I'm a male, but I identify as she, them, or she, her, right? And I want to be called this. But then when they call the parents, she's like, I can't sit here and say, you know, in school she wants to be called Faith, right? But at home, like her legal name is, let's use Major. I can't say, hey, Faith wants to get picked up. No, I have to use Major, which is
hey, you know what's
it's gonna come out at the end of the day. When you're hanging out with your friends, right? It's gonna come out. Someone's gonna call you Faith and be like, why the fuck are they calling you Faith? You know what I'm saying?
Hey, let me tell you something. This is a true story. I was in the store. I can't remember what store I was in. And I was talking to this lady, and I don't know, are we talking? It was a middle age, and she's probably up 40s or something. She's real nice. And she refers to me as something. She's like, sir, she's like, I'm sorry, I know what the friend you asked. I'm like, and I was laughing, but she's like, what pronoun? I'm not sure which pronoun to use. I straight told her, I love pussy. That's the pronoun to use.
I don't know.
That doesn't work though. If you say that, it still doesn't work because you have the lesbians who that's what they love, right? So you can't say, well, that's what you like. You know, you have to say, you know, but the fact that you have to ask, you know, and what's crazy is when I used to have like my hair really short and like shaved on the side, people thought I was a lesbian. And I was like, no, I'm sorry. I'm strictly dickly, honey. Sorry to disappoint you. I'm like, is it because I have short hair? You're really gonna identify me? And again, like it doesn't bother me to a certain point, but it also did bother me because it's like, wow, you're really judging me because I have short hair.
And another thing, here's my thing. Like I said, I mean, when I say it don't affect me or whatever, my thing is, do it got to be broadcast like Dwayne Wade and his son? If they never would have took it to the media or whatever, who actually would have cared? You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean by that. If they would have just kept it between them or whatever, because it's like even with athletes when they come out and say, "I'm gay," like so, like.
They're looking for support and they want to be sponsored by somebody probably as well.
They want to be so they could put a lawsuit in if they get cut or like fired or whatever, so they could bring that up. Oh, you did this because of that. Because like I said, these athletes coming out, well, I'm gay. Okay, so what? Don't no straight guy get drafted and say, I'm straight. That's not news to nobody. You know what I'm saying? So
you say that.
I mean, I just don't.
Hey, I'm drafting number 20. I'm straight.
Right. Athletes can't even say no homo. I mean, they get fined for saying no homo. It's like you can't say nothing, but they can say everything.
But that started with this. Biden continued what everybody else's favorite president started. So I ain't gonna go into those details. Obama started this mess, and Biden, but that's another story for a different day. So,
but like I said, you can't say nothing. You can't say no homo or whatever, and then you got to refer to the community as the alphabet. Because I don't want to mess it up, whatever. But it used to be just, oh, he gay or I'm gay.
yeah.
Now you got to go through the whole list of the alphabets or whatever. I mean, let's go to something because I mean I don't want us to get muted.
LGBTQNOP.
Oh no, don't. Moving on.
Like I said,
Moving on. Let's move on.
I was just playing Facebook. I was just playing, brother. Just playing jokey joke. Ha ha ha. Hey, they don't. I should. Never mind. Anyway,
we're gonna talk about this off air. But go ahead.
We got this is fun. We got to talk about off air because of anyway. RESPs. I'm gonna stop right there. That's so. I was in this group today. They had put a picture of this woman that looked like she's from Dominican. She was from another country. And anyway, I was reading through this post, and this girl made a statement saying that, you know, black people need to stay together because they're against us, need to reproduce. So I put in a response that people need to find somebody to love them, period. Black people, if they reproduce with black people, fine. If you reproduce with Asian, Hispanic, white, whatever, it's all about love at the end of the day, because there's nothing that says that black should reproduce with black, that we're going to be extinct. I said, if that's the case, it's already too late. You guys already drink the Kool-Aid with a lot of stuff that's going on. It's like, so with everything that goes on, let's say with Biden election, they make us emotional, right? They say things, you're not black, you don't vote for me. So they hate Trump because he's like blunt and everything. And we voted for these people, and they actually putting people into these positions we just talking about, where transgender women that used to be men are like taking over and everything. So this girl made the comment. I told her, I started going deep. Like, look, when you have like big names involved, it gets bigger than that. What people need to do is like learn how to get along and come together. Date who loves you. Love don't have a color. Like, if you're looking for somebody right now, you're single, like, I'm gonna give me a black. Keep your options fucking open. Like, keep it open. Like, you'll know what love don't have a color. Ain't nothing the Bible says, yeah, I want you have a dark skinned woman. Thou shalt be dark. Thou shalt be light. It's not in there.
You say it's not? So did you just say it's not?
No,
I thought you were being like sarcastic, like it's not. That's some shit that I would say, and I thought that's where I was like, oh shit, I'm like,
no.
It's not.
No, like I was telling you, go ahead, you go ahead, respond.
But I mean, love will love you.
Love is love at the end of the day, right? So, and the fact that there's still so much racism in the world today, and I see it on both sides, right? Me being a white woman dating, black men and going out in the world, and people look at me weird and, or give me dirty looks like, I can't believe you're with that. And it's like, mind your business, bitch. Sorry, mind your business. Like, if you can't accept it, then you're the problem in today's world.
But people are worried about like a certain race going extinct. So I'm gonna tell people like it is. I don't really care about what skin color you are. I don't really care about none of that. It's all about respect in the day. And most men today, all about respect. They really don't give a damn about a skin color. They want to be respected, the real man that is. Because I don't know about the ones, the dressing skirts and halter tops and stuff. I don't know what they want. That's a different story. We're not gonna rewind though. But no, in all seriousness though, love who love you. It don't have a color on it though. Don't stick with nothing that don't belong to you. Period. We have a tendency to be in situations and kind of stick with the situations because we're used to it. So how many of y'all have been in a relationship where it probably should have ended? It should have been shorter than how long it lasted. You've been in a relationship where it should have ended way earlier than what it lasted?
Yeah. I mean, and I'm usually in long-term relationships anyway, but yeah. But I mean, it comes down to like, because like I never dated outside my race, but it was because of the environment I was in, because that's all I saw was my skin tone or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So, or my black people or whatever. So I never dated outside never dated outside of what you say?
No, I'm laughing at this. Because I just asked her a question. She said my marriage now. Ray, she said, oh my goodness, my bad. I saw that. It kind of.
No, I mean, I never did. So it was never a thought to do. You know what I'm saying? So as you get older, I mean, then your option. I mean, my option still was narrow because I mean I was still in a long-term relationship or whatever. But I mean, but you just know. I mean, I have been in a relationship that it was going long, and I think I fell in love with the history. You know what I'm saying? You get content, you fall in love with the history, then you want to make it work and stuff like that. Then sometimes you just grow apart. And that's what happened in my situation. Kind of like just grew apart. You know, it wasn't the same. Oh, that's cute no more. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? It ain't cute no more. It's responsibilities and stuff like that now.
Yeah, sure. What about you, Ashley? You ever been in a situation where you should have ended it before?
Oh, 100%. 100%. So there was, I mean, there's shit, I should say like my last 3 relationships. Just you see the red flags for me. So my longest relationship was 6.5 years on and off, and he cheated twice. I saw him cheating, but I had that heart, and this is back when I was young and dumb. Huh?
You busted on him cheating?
Caught him in, not like with another girl. Yes.
In the bed?
No. He said he's gonna stay home, and then I catch him out in the club.
Oh,
conveniently enough.
That's not cheating. He was just out in the club.
When a whole female all up on his and grinding all up on him.
All for the bub, my mom got what
you
need. Getting the bub.
Nah.
Part of stripper. Like I know it's a stripper.
Stop. No, it's the lies and the cheating for me. It's a lies, right? You say you're gonna stay home, but then you go out. Like, come on now.
Hey, why do that?
But when you get caught and I ask you and you give me this bullshit ass excuse, oh, that was X, Y, and Z. Like, no.
Oh yeah, she Miss Perfect. She don't do that.
No, I don't. I've never have I ever. No, just kidding. I'm honest. Like if I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna go out because at the end, the world is so small. You're gonna get caught anyways. Whatever happens in dark will come to light.
I'm a bad liar, so I don't need bother. It's like I like I'm the older I get, the worse.
He said he's a bad liar, and he can't even look at the camera. I'm a bad liar, right there. That's it right there. You know what you do for a living. Make eye contact with when you're trying to lie.
That's one thing about those
lie because I'll be forgetting lies.
That's one thing about them Pisces.
Man,
what the hell y'all talking about Pisces?
Liars. Pisces are the biggest liars.
We're not liars.
See,
I'm looking
at right now.
We're not liars.
Yeah, I mean, majority of the time, yeah. If you would be with somebody so long, or whatever, and you start lying, I mean, things gonna come back up. That because I remember, back in the day, my ex used to say, "A lie never, the truth never changes. Lie always changes." So, but she used to lie too. You know what I'm saying? Because of me. I could be going home or whatever. She catch the bus. I catch the bus home or whatever. I tell her to call me for. I don't even want to go. It's rehashing old memories. Let's go ahead.
Hey, y'all just said, what we Pisces do to y'all? Yeah, I tell Dre, we don't be lying, man.
Man, he lying.
I have stories for days.
If you believe it, is it lying?
If it's factual, it's a lie. Look, I got my spidey senses, and I technically am like the FBI. So I love when people are like, "Oh yeah, no, I'm not married. This and that." Really? Then what was this? What's this? Tell me, what is this?
Oh, there's a ring. Put a ring on it.
Oh, not even the ring, but like documentation, public information. What is this? Don't lie.
It's still Pisces are the biggest liars.
He says, "Stop the madness." Look, and it's not even just Pisces; it's men. And I don't want to say all men, but it's people in general.
It's your baby.
We just talking about that, bro.
Yeah, the women lie too. It's your baby. So let's go back. What was this? 41. This is about 20-some years ago. I don't really want to give out details. 20-some years ago. Why you just not saying that? This your baby. But then I'm lying. It's not your baby. It's your baby. Think about all the men that like been in relationships and they found out when kids became an adult that the child wasn't theirs.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's the funny part. Bro, that's the funny part about it. You see how she got silent?
You know some cases, don't you?
No,
well, I've heard cases.
No,
I mean, so you're saying this, and all I think is like Kanye West, 18 years, 18 years.
Right. But I'm saying,
found out he wasn't yours.
Because the thing is, she said, men lie, men lie, but you never say.
I corrected myself. It's people in general that lie. I can't just say men, right? Because women do lie too. I'm not gonna lie. I've heard, men say, "Oh yeah, I've been hurt by my ex, this, and that," and like, okay, I'm sorry, but then those are the same people who classify all women as bad women.
Let's just say human lies. Human lies.
Everyone lies.
I think that to a certain point, though, when you meet a person, like when you meet a person, when you like first meet a person, are you gonna put forth who you are, or are you gonna front in the beginning? And not necessarily front, because most guys act like they're this perfect gentleman and they change later. I believe in just when you meet a person being who you are, period. They like it, they don't, they don't. It'll save like much pain later.
Women do that too. Women put up a front, and I've seen that. And I'm like, why are you acting like this in the beginning? And then the minute that you guys are like official or you guys are engaged, all of a sudden you're sitting here calling him all these names, or you're treating him like shit. Where was this, a year and a half ago? Me, I am who I am. Take me as I am. I'm not going to act like somebody that I'm not. I'm going to talk my shit. I'm a whole vibe. And it's like, if you can't handle it, then fine. It is what it is. Guess what? I'm not everybody's cup of tea, but I am someone's fucking shot of tequila.
I want to be a shot of tequila. I want to be somebody's Kool-Aid.
Yeah, I think because I think
I'm strong, so that's why I gotta say tequila. I'm like a Sour Patch Kid, sweet and spicy, sweet and sour.
I think if you in the dating world, you want the person that you go out with. If I go out with someone, if I'm acting a certain way, that's the person who I want to be.
Right.
Something happened when you get in a relationship that changed you to the person that you actually is. Because I mean, if I'm cool with you and we vibe and whatever, and we laughing and giggling, and nobody can withstand that type of atmosphere 24/7. You know what I'm saying? Something's going to change. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, relationship is an interview. It's a big interview that you have, and you're gonna say all the good stuff that I'm gonna keep this job. I'll be on time. You get that job, I'm calling off tomorrow.
I like to show who I am in the beginning, though. Like, this is a good example.
See, he a liar, Pisces.
This is a good example. I am who I am in the beginning. In the beginning, I just show it is. If you don't like it, shit. So, this is once upon a time I was on this date, and it had been like maybe the third or fourth date, and I believe. So I'm sitting there. I think it was at like ice cream shop, whatever. I think maybe a restaurant. I can't remember. So I come up. Me, I'm always saying some crazy shit. So I was like, you know what? I got this sauce I made. It's a hot sauce. And she was like, really? You made a hot sauce? Yeah, I think I just came up with a name. She's like, what you gonna call it? I said Hurricane Katrina. And she got pissed. She got pissed. It's like, too soon? Too soon? And she's like, that is so immature. I'm like, I am not talking about the people that Hurricane Katrina. Like, I'm gonna call it Hurricane Katrina because it's a category 5. Well, anyway, I guess I got a fucked up sense of humor sometimes. And the people that know me should know that. And that in the short. So just know that your boy Hendo, if you don't have a sense of humor, then we can't really coincide with each other.
So you're the same person in the beginning to the end.
Yeah, right now I am. I don't got time to be fake. Shit, I ain't got that much years on Earth. I'm 41 years old.
That's what you.
Damn, you're old. No, I'm just kidding.
No,
JK.
I don't know. I mean, you just not gonna. You can't withstand that person. That ha ha he type of person. Because something's going to trigger something. Something's going to trigger the mind of when you're in a relationship. I want to accept that. Then you start snapping off. Oh, that one like that in the beginning. No, I mean, you trigger something. Something's triggered.
When you trigger something, we have to work on how not to react by emotion, right? Yes, you said something and it did trigger me. But let me explain why you can't say this because it triggers X, Y, and Z. You don't know my full past yet, right? So if someone, jokes around and says, yeah, I'm so stressed out, I'm going to go slit my wrist. You can't say that to me. That's going to trigger me because I've dealt with people in my life who have actually committed suicide. So that you can't joke about that. And I'm going to address it right away. And I might catch a little attitude, but I'm like, I'm being dead ass. Like nobody should joke about that.
Hey, that's a little serious though about the slit wrist though.
There's some people, look, just like you have your weird jokes. No. I'm saying like you have your weird jokes about Hurricane Katrina.
Hurricane Katrina, for the damages that was caused was because it was a Category 5 hurricane. It was meant for my house house to be really hot. That's all it was.
You're giving out too much information because somebody will take that idea and run with it.
I'll be damned if I see somebody out there come up and take my idea if you want to.
I'm gonna take it on my next skit.
Part 4 by Killer Spree will start.
No, I just don't think. No, well, it just from my experience, I mean, I'm cool now, but I still things still trigger. I mean, because if I see something, if somebody do something that happened in my past relationship that I knew what happened or the outcome, yeah, it's gonna like, I gotta put a stop to it. Because a lot of people say I ain't gonna go through what I went through in the last relationship. You know what happened. So right. If somebody trigger it, you're gonna address it. You know what I'm saying?
Therapy come in too, because sometimes people take therapy. They have things that happen in the past relationship, and they put their guard up. So when they come across the next relationship, that person might not be the same, but they ready to like throw a jab to like keep that guard up. And you got to like take care of things before you take care of yourself before you start something new.
I think one thing that stood out to me while when I was dating, because I was doing a lot, like doing this, being like the Cosby type kid or whatever, which I was trying to be Cosby at a young age. You know what I'm saying? Want to have that family, to do this, do that.
You've been too loud crew.
But the thing that kind of changed that a little bit was my mom. She was like, you will do for her more than you'll do for me. And I thought about it. I was like, she's right.
But mom ain't give you no coochie.
Get the fuck out of here, nigga.
I'm like, Mom, you're right.
No. It was just because I think my mom asked me to do something, and I was like, gave her like I don't want to or whatever. But when she said it to me, it stuck out. And from that point on, when she said you will do for her more than you do for me, I was like, damn, I got to check myself, because I would at that time, my mindset was strictly on my and I wasn't married. You know what I'm saying? It was just like I was still in high school type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I had to check myself. And then from that point on, I just had to check myself, because you don't want somebody to dominate your mind like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you want to have your own mind, because I was kind of like out there, you know what I'm saying? Trying to please, be the pleaser. Like you said, you are right now, Ashley. So, I mean, when she said that, it just kind of stuck with me. At that point on, me and my mom's relationship got better from that saying that she said. Our relationship changed.
Yeah. And I was gonna make a joke. I'm like, that's some golden coochie right there. If you're bending over backwards for her, right? And we see that, like, we do things for the person we're dating that we won't do for family or friends. And when we get called out, you're like, damn, what? You're right. You're right. So it's like, okay, let me reevaluate my life. So it's, if I'm gonna do it for one, I need to do it for all, right?
Right.
But you also have those people who take advantage of that. You give them an inch, they're going to take 3 miles. And it's like, no, we got to cut that shit off. And that's why, like, I am who I am today. I was always too nice. People took my niceness, my kindness, and my time for granted. I'm like, man, fuck this shit. You the minute you start using my kindness as an advantage, that's when I become the asshole, or I become the bitch because I'm speaking my mind. Well, you took advantage of it. What do you want me to do?
I think when you become predictable too, that also ruins a relationship, because once you start doing stuff that you normally don't do, whatever. Once you be predictable and then you start doing, you change. Nah, I mean, you just used to me doing it like this, and I do it like that now. You know what I'm saying? It ain't. I mean, that's what I say. You can't withstand that the same person you was when you first dating, because you gonna get either too comfortable or you're gonna feel this too good. This too good to be like this. You know what I'm saying?
The person you is in the beginning. Just be who you are in the beginning. Like I watch, like for example, I love sports. I'm not gonna sit up here when the basketball game on in the beginning and not feeling like, okay, baby, go do this. I'm gonna watch basketball a few times before I like dip out and you want to do something on the day. Like on sports, like on Sundays football. I want to watch football, so we're gonna have to split this up because I'm a football guy. I want to do everything you want to do. You take away my Sundays, then all of a sudden I watch the game. I want you to get used to it. This is what I do. I do this, whatever. You know, I'm man.
But see, with sports, you can also compromise with that, right? So let's just say, hey, babe, we haven't had a date night. Let's go out for a date night. Pick like a sports bar or something where there's going to be the game's going to be on. You're compromising. You're still spending time together, but you're able to watch the game.
They have sex during a commercial break in the bar, so
I mean, you really can if you play your cards right. I'm not saying. I'm just saying.
I don't know what you're into. I ain't into people watching me.
Nobody has to watch you. As long as you're quiet, you're fine.
But then that's when the part comes. Then you think somebody trying to change you because you.
Hold on. Sorry, time out. I know you're ready to talk about my Chicago Bears. We are not talking about the Chicago Bears. Don't do me like that, DeAndre. No.
I mean, because like you said, John. I mean, because when it comes down to sport, I'm going to watch my Bulls, my Bears, and my Cubs. You know what I'm saying? And that's the way I was in the beginning or whatever. Now, only compromise I probably do if we had a date night or whatever, that if I could record it and come back to it and sometime. But it depends who they playing. If they playing a Buster Squad or whatever, I like, okay, I compromise on that. But if back then when Joe was playing against like the New York or whatever, I think I'm going to watch that game. Watch that game.
I remember doing that when I was married. I used to try to. I was different in the beginning. I used to try like, oh, she went through this, like going to dance or whatever. Then it got to a point where on Sundays the games on my phone, so I'll be at family gatherings she want to go to and shit. I look like, God damn it, motherfucker, sex shit,
Homer Simpson stuff. Homer Simpson,
like, God damn,
yeah.
You want something? No, I should be at home watching the game because you know how I get loud. So when I go to somebody's house, I can't, like, us growing up, the Bulls in the playoffs back then. Hell yeah, we clapping loud. Yeah. I can't do that at nobody's house, like, especially when you be the girl. You want to think you fucking crazy,
right?
Like, get out of here.
Yeah, because I know
I'm
how
just gonna be me. Like, I'm gonna be loud regardless, And again, I don't care. It is what it is. Judge me for look. I like my sports, so.
So you go to somebody's house, Ash. You be the guy. You go to his house, watch the game. You gonna be loud too?
I might just be loud. I mean,
what if they Jehovah's Witness?
Huh?
Nothing.
I'll be like, I don't care. Y'all don't celebrate X, Y, and Z anyway. So let me at least have this.
But like I said, you could compromise some things and certain things. But my sport, I mean, I actually haven't. I haven't taken jobs because if they was playing the same, if the Bulls was playing, if they wanted me to work like the second shift, I wouldn't even take the job. I like, oh no, the Bulls play. What's that?
Donna said a woman may find as a turn on. What is she talking about?
Being loud, like a man being loud. And like honestly, when Georgia was in the championship, when they were playing the championship, I was at Buffalo Wild Wings with my mom and friends, and there was a guy sitting at the bar, and like I was loud as hell. I didn't give two shits. I was loud, and so the guy told my waitress, like, man, like I really love her vibe, and I was like, hey, what it is, what it is. So I went up there, introduced myself, and we ended up having a shot together. I didn't give a shit. Like, I am who I am. I'm loud.
People taking a shot at the Bears. Like, Bears gonna be good this year. I don't understand. Like, I'm reading this comment right here. I'm like, I'm so disturbed. Like,
what's that?
Bears is going to be hard to cheer for the Bears again this year.
It was hard to cheer for the Bears last year.
What? We just made a big move. We just made a big move today. We made a big move. We got
something. Everybody, only Chicago fans, when the Bears start winning, they want to go on the bus. And
is she a Green Bay Packer fan? Is she? That person was in Wisconsin?
Definitely not. Definitely not. Definitely not.
I'm so hurt. I'm so hurt. Oh, Donna said the yelling at the game.
Yeah. See?
No, I real ignorant because I am such. I say some very provocative things. I cannot go to somebody's house and watch the game. Mark said no because we had a certain Bulls player, Luau Dang. I used to say some of the meanest things that I won't even say on this podcast. I used to say when he used to get killed by LeBron James. I can't even repeat it. I won't even repeat it. It's very bad. I can't go to someone's house and watch it. I gotta be home. Like I mean, it's like I'm out there playing. Like it's hard to a woman who has to understand me that. Like, so for example, my daughter's over here Sunday. Well, this last Sunday, she's like trying to go to sleep on the couch, and the Bulls is playing the Pacers. So she's there on the couch. I'm like, yeah, exactly. Hell yeah. She's like, start crying. And I'm like, my mind's the game. I'm like, what the hell is she crying for? That's something about that. I'm sorry, baby.
Yeah, we be on our sports where it come down to, like I said, especially the Bulls and the Bears. The Bulls and the Bears is one of those teams that we be on it. We be on it. We've been on it since day one with that. You know what I'm saying?
It's important. I so example. I'm gonna give this thing. My nephew, I think you remember this. I don't know if he's over there. I was on my auntie's house, and I got a nephew. He's really obsessed with like Derrick Rose. Like I think he like has pictures on the ceiling or something. But I'm watching the game. They played Milwaukee Bucks in the playoffs. So he's like talking back, man. I want them to lose. And this time I had surgery. I wasn't really covered from my knee surgery. I was able to walk, but he was like talking so much. I wanted to fuck him up. But he's like a little fucking, I think he takes steroids. He's fucking with cocky. I can't get my ass whooped by my nephew at the time. So the game going on, he's just talking. I'm thinking like, well, this one, he just shut the fuck up. Like, God damn. I want to whoop his ass. But he's like, my nephew, like, you shake his hand, he's like got a whole lot of like he snatch your arm off. So he probably fucked me up. But
yeah. Because he mad because the Bulls had traded Derrick Rose, so now he want the Bulls to lose every game.
Yeah, every game.
You can't do that. You can't do that.
I want to fuck him up like that. I want to whoop his ass. If I would have had knee surgery, I was gonna whoop his ass in the living room. But I know that I would embarrass myself because I didn't have no strength. He'd have flipped my ass over because
he's a Damon on Friday. Friday after next,
but a short version though.
Yeah,
hilarious.
Wait, what's up? What's up?
On to the next topic.
Hey, what's up with the Chris Rock thing?
I wanted to do that kind of like towards the end a little bit.
We do that towards the end.
What you got, Ashley?
Okay, so because we were talking about communication or God, back with the relationships. Someone had said something, and I was like, man, this is a perfect segue into the Michael B. Jordan thing. So if you haven't seen, Michael B. Jordan is in Creed 3, which I can't wait to go see. But he was doing the opening premiere on the red carpet, and somebody who he went to school with, she has her own podcast, and she was trying to do an interview with Michael B. Jordan. She's like, oh yeah, we went to school together back in whatever school back in Newark. And she's like, yeah. And then Michael B. Jordan's like, oh yeah, you're the one that called me corny. Right. So he got his lick back with her and she's like, no, that wasn't me. And it's like, no, it was on your podcast. Like your co-host, the one who called him corny. So he's calling you out for it. And so she feels, attacked because she called him corny. But she was part of the problem because they used to bully Michael B. Jordan, like telling him, like, yeah, your name is Michael Jordan, but you're not even related to the actual Michael Jordan. How does that make you feel? And he would come into school with his headshots. So they're like, what are you going to do with that? Like, we're in the hood. Like, what are you going to do? Where are you going to be at? And look at him now. Like, you used to bully him on your podcast. Your co-host calls him corny, and he got his lick back, and she got all butthurt and offended. Like, I mean, how would you really take that? So he acted on emotion in a way, but he's like, man, I need to get my lick back. All these years, y'all sat here and, bullied me.
It's not emotion. You just put a fact down. Like,
what's funny about that whole situation? That's bullying?
Back in the day, I mean, wait, for her or for him?
No, I'm just saying because, I mean, if somebody said you corny, that was like, okay, we about to case each other. We called it the dozen. We about to pay the dozen. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm just thinking, like, was that bullying to me is like, every time I see you it's like on site. You know what I'm saying? That you constantly getting pushed and stuff like that.
That doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be physical. People could sit here and call me a whale. People could sit here and call me fat. People could sit here and call that. That's bullying. Name calling is classified as bullying.
Okay, I mean,
I got called.
Those are the keyboard warriors too. You know.
I got called a bald head bitch, and I'm not. I don't feel like it's bullying. I am missing some hair. I'm just getting to that point.
Somebody was
But
just
you're not really bald.
That's bullying right there. That's bullying right there. But
that's just brotherly love, though. You know.
But you know what? No, we grew up in a school where you had to know how to tell a few jokes to get out the whole. Like it was like roasting going on every day. Like people are telling jokes and they play the dozens every day.
That's what I said. I mean, that's what I said. I mean, what's considered bullying now is, I mean, and that's because we didn't know, because that's the way it was going down. The dozen was going on from school to home. You could walk home and y'all talking back, y'all cacking on each other, whatever. But to say somebody, you corny, I don't like corny. Get the fuck out of here. You corny. You know what I'm saying? But maybe he didn't have a comeback. He didn't have a good comeback. I guess he finally got his comeback.
Yeah. I mean, because when was he really even going to be able to confront her? Yeah, she sees him in this, in the Hollywood industry now, directing movies and and playing in movies and stuff like that. So when was he actually going to be able to sit here and confront her about it?
Well, he just gave her shine, though. I wouldn't have gave her shine. I would have just, I would have took it to another platform and said it was a girl, or I wouldn't even say no name, because once you say somebody's name or even put them out there, you giving them shine. So now everybody want to talk to her. Why did she do that? What happened? Whatever, you know what I'm saying? Now you're giving them shine. So he didn't actually, he didn't do nothing. I mean, he did not ruin her.
No. And like I said, I think it's just funny how she addressed, how he addressed it, and then someone came in while they're doing an interview, came in and like stole it, and she's like still trying to talk to him, and I'm like, girl, I would have just left it, let it go. He called you out, just move on.
Yeah. I don't, like I said, I mean, sometimes like my grandmother used to say, Jonathan, I mean, the what's the best what she used to say? Your best is to be silent, so you got to give people, you know what I'm saying, let them do their talking or whatever, because just because you went to school with me don't mean that we was cool, you know.
I had this dude in high school. He used to do that. He was like a little bit, he wasn't like gay, but he looked like a little bit suspect. He never said nothing. This one dude was roasting one day, and I swear he sounded like Prince. I'm gonna go to the bathroom and fight it out. It was like, like he never said nothing. He just like went straight to a fight. Let's go to the bathroom right now. And he like fucking floated to the It's a true story. He fucking scared a shot, dude. Dude look like shit. I ain't gonna go fight here, motherfucker. Bathroom fight. He don't even say nothing. He crazy. You gotta watch with.
It's crazy though, because I mean, I think me and my friend Mark was talking about how we used to crack on like the jokes and stuff that used to be said in school, that we when we were saying those words that we used to say back in the day in school, we were like, damn, you could never say that stuff now.
You can't say it now.
Never. I mean, the stuff that the jokes that we used to say back then was before their time. So like, well, we're not gonna get into that, because like I said, they're trying to mute us or whatever. But certain you said about gays or whatever, the stuff we say back then, you say that stuff now.
Oh yeah,
it's over.
Yeah, 100%.
I got a question before we get to the other part. Introducing friends to people. Would you play the middle guy and like hook up a friend with somebody else that could be a good couple?
If I think it could really work out, then yes, I would. It's happened to me, and it didn't work out, but that's a whole nother story. Like I said, if I know both people's, character, who they are, what they really stand for, how they act in real life and at home, out in public, both parties, that I would, make a recommendation.
What about you, Sid?
Growing up, I would as an adult. Nope,
You
no,
don't want to play matchmaker?
no,
You
no.
you kind of become the middleman, like, or the middle woman, like when you put somebody up, because then they might go through, like, the problems if you know both of them. Like, why so tripping? You become, because people know how to communicate nowadays. Now you
Right.
might become the middleman, middle woman, in between relationship. You might not. If they know how to communicate.
So that kind of happened with my last relationship. My cousin is like, hey, he's like a brother to me. He's a great guy. Da da da. Let me introduce you. I was like, okay. Like we hit it off right away. He moved everything way too fast. Like within a week, wanted me to meet his family, his siblings, and everything. I was like, whoa, that's way too soon. It's like, let me get to know you, huh?
Why was it too soon?
Because I still want to get to know you. I just feel like meeting family after a week, I would say maybe a month,
Why is it a month?
honestly.
Well, I'm gonna get to Donna's question for said, but back to, hold on before I do that. Like, here's the thing: there's no like set time to control when you meet a family member. When you connect with somebody, and if it connects fast, it connects fast. You go along with the flow.
That's
But
fine.
if
But here, when
you go
children are involved, my issue is when children are involved, right? So
down,
like me, I had a really close connection with the nieces and nephews, a couple of them. Like I would walk in and they're like, TT, and they would come running to me. Like we had that special bond, like real quick. Because I have that attraction with kids. Like I love kids. Don't get me wrong. And it's just like when we split up, I was like, man, like that really breaks my heart because, I had that connection with those kids. Um, but and everyone handles it differently. Me, like I said, I just thought it was way too soon.
but what's
Like I said,
it's on God's time. It ain't no time limit. It's God's time. And I
but
ain't
it
even.
was also in my defense. Listen, here's the other thing. My mom passed away in February. We met like the first like Cinco de Mayo weekend, and then it was Mother's Day, and he wanted me to meet his mom and siblings Mother's Day weekend. This was my first Mother's Day without my mom. I was like, this day's already hard for me, and like he didn't understand that, and nor respected how I felt. So that's kind of where
That's a red
it.
flag. You should have ended right there. The relationship should have been no longer boom.
I should have, and I didn't, and I didn't.
Said you asked that question.
I don't have a problem of if I'm comfortable and I know if I'm if
I'm
I
You said you wouldn't match her with somebody.
oh no
Why? That's bogus. That's
no
bogus.
no I mean I
Donna's like
mean
the coolest person.
well
She's a sweetheart.
she should find her way.
Said you could be a blessing to somebody's life right now.
Nah, nah, because like I said, my thing is I don't want to be in people. What the
Donna,
hell?
wait, hold on. Donna, this is the same man who, when we had our love and sarcasm, a couple months back, he's like, damn. He's like, I didn't do this for my wife. I didn't do this for my man. I feel bad. Now I gotta wake my wife up and say I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
But
don't want him hooking up with nobody.
yeah, right, but I mean, what they got to do with that? I mean, my thing is I don't want to. I don't if I because it's like I don't want to be always the middleman. Your boy ain't call me. I don't want to be that because I don't want to be in your business type of stuff.
Yeah.
If you got business, I'd rather not because if especially if me and you cool.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want nothing to hinder us for being still cool like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If I hook you up with one of my guys or whatever, and then he turned out to be not what, because I know him from being a guy. I don't know him for being a
In a relationship.
boyfriend.
Right.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't want to do that. You hook me up with your guy here, this and that. I didn't know he was like that. You know what I'm saying? So now the relationship for you with your friend probably changed a little bit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, or I mean, I don't have the energy for that.
Yeah, she said she appreciated the honesty.
I'm not gonna see you off because I mean, because you want some and he wants some, and then you know what I'm saying. Like I said, when you young, it doesn't matter because you having fun or whatever. But at the age right now, nah, I'm not playing no matchmaker. I ain't even
So
pay
that
matchmaker
shit.
again.
So an incident like that happened many years ago. I want to say like 2007, 2008. And my cousin now wife, her cousin.
Your cat is really funny.
Yeah, that's one of them. There's 3.
He been around all. He been in the background all day.
Like, come on, love and sarcasm too.
They want to be part of it. Yeah,
Go ahead, Ash, I'm sorry.
you're fine. That's sassy. She wants to be all up in it. But anyways, so my cousin's now wife, her cousin found interest in me. We were at a party. And it was just so awkward because he was also friends with my cousin as well. And we ended up linking up, hooking up, and it didn't work out. And the fucked up part is my cousin ended up marrying his now wife, and I had to walk down the aisle
with him,
with the guy that I hooked up with, who we still have, we have stories, to tell, which is funny, but I'm just like, I'm like, this is awkward. We haven't talked in like how many years? So
yeah. I just don't want to be like the middleman or anything. Why your guy ain't calling me, or why you acting like this? I don't want to be in your business or whatever. Because like I said, I know him as my friend. I don't know him as being in a relationship.
Right.
I probably know him as being in a relationship, but I don't know the detail in his relationship, because guys only go tell what they want you to know. Because guys get hurt by females, but won't tell a business. They won't tell a business. Guys keep that shit in, because if they got hurt by a female real good, they ain't telling nobody, because they don't want nobody to say, "Oh man, you ain't see that shit." I said, man, don't nobody want to hear that.
See, I think like here, it's like if I introduce 2 people, I'll be like, look, you know what? Don't let it come back at me. Like, I know her, I know him. And you know what? I think you guys would be great. If it doesn't work out, then fine, it doesn't work out. But I don't want to be in the middle. I think it's, if you, like I said, if you really know the people and you think that they would actually be a good match, then I think it would be, like I said, I think it'd be a good thing. But at the end of the day, you want to be like, look, I'm not in the middle of this. If you guys could talk, and if it doesn't work out, then fine, it doesn't work out. You know what I'm saying? But don't come at me and be like, hey, I haven't heard from your girl in like 3 days. Like, where is she at? No, that ain't my business. That ain't my, like, if she's not, maybe she has something going on, give her some time, give him some space, especially if it's like, if you guys are constantly texting and up each other's ass, every day and every weekend, you definitely need that space for a little bit.
Yeah, because I think cause it was a while ago after I got my divorce, or whatever. I mean, somebody tried to hook me up with someone, but kind of find out the person she was trying to hook me up with, it was just really a throw off, really, because she actually wanted to talk to me. She didn't really try to hook me up. You know what I'm saying? So it was. That's what I said. I ain't playing those games. So Don, I wish you was on the show, and I'll really tell you why I won't hook you up with nobody.
Important question to ask a woman when you meet them, being a man, as if she wear leggings. You got to check the closet.
You're so stupid.
Is that a question? Oh, you just said that?
No, I just said that. Do you wear leggings? I honestly, that's a question I ask.
He's a leggings man. Like, he's got a.
I don't know. I just
infatuation.
I love leggings. I will stock a closet. Leggings are importante.
So do you, Ashley, do you have a preference? What's like when you see somebody, you like, oh yeah, he looks. Is something what sticks out on a guy that will make you want to talk to that guy?
So for me, if I don't, if I haven't talked to you in the vibe, like I typically go off of vibes, but if we're talking looks, it's usually, and I was just talking to my best friend about this, it's usually like the smile. And then like, if you have colored eyes, like hazel eyes, like, fuck, you had me at your eyes. Okay. I'm not even gonna lie. Mm-hmm. But then I look at like the chest and the arms, like, I'm a girl. Like, I at least have some muscle, right? I don't need you to be like Jay Hendo where he's got to like flex all the time, right? But I mean, we like to look at that. We like to look at that. I'm not gonna lie. However, I can't date a thick. Like, I'm a meaty girl. I'm a thick girl. I like my men with some meat. You can have a dad bod. I'm cool with that. But have some arms. I need to see some pythons.
Okay. I mean,
that's my preference.
What Jonathan? When you see someone, what sticks out with you I'm gonna talk to her.
I think is honestly, before I see anything physical, I think is the demeanor, because I notice one thing I notice with women, when you speak to them, it's how they react. There's some girls that look at you and be like, they like you trying to talk. You know, so you talk, hey, how you doing? Because naturally we speakers, right? Hey, how you doing? Some girls be like, you don't want to talk. A girl with a like open personality that speaks, you notice that, and then that's me now, because back I used to look at physical. I see if I can engage in a conversation or just speak something simple, and then you look like, or you will hear him talk, and then it make you look other things. So I look like, oh man, like I like him. I like her. I don't like no like skinny chick. I can't do the skinny chick. I look. I can't. No, not no bony. I can't do bones. No.
He likes the meat.
I had not too much meat. Not too much meat. But I dated a skinny girl one time, and like she was too skinny. I had to end the relationship.
I don't know. Because if you look at certain people, and if they dealing with, like, for instance, if you see him or see her with this guy, and then see her with him with another guy, but they the same, they that person is the same. It's like, they got a preference. They preference you. Yeah, that's like your type. That's like your type.
But I do notice women with the leggings is an eye catcher though. Your leggings are like, okay, she wear them leggings. You got some people wear leggings that should wear leggings. Like she should be arrested.
Yeah.
Put the headphones on now. You're under arrest.
So really quick, DeAndre said for me, no, it's the homeboy from Chicago PD. Hell yes. Kevin Atwater, Leroyce Hawkins. Look, baby, if you ever see this, holla at your girl. Wipe me up. 1, 2, 3, let's go. Like, I'm sorry, that man is so fine. That man is so fine.
One time.
Huh?
I got mistaken for him in public one time.
You do not look like Kevin Atwater.
I'm just telling you what somebody told me. I was out in public. This girl was like, oh my God. I'm no bullshit. Oh my God. I know the fuck she's doing. I thought she was like, I ain't trying to rape you. The white girl. I ain't trying to rape you. Like, what the fuck?
No.
The hell you was at?
No, seriously. It was a New Lenox. And her boyfriend was like, and I knew her boyfriend. He's like, what are you talking about? That's Atwater. I'm like, oh fucking goodness. No, it's not.
You look nothing like him. Like, if anything, y'all have like the scrub. I'm not hating.
He look like me. Let's get that right.
She was with her boyfriend?
Yeah, I knew him. We was playing football, and she thought I was like on the sideline. I was just watching the game, and she thought that she's like, "Oh my God!" She thought I was him. She's gonna ask for autograph, and I'm like, "Shit, you know."
She wanted to break up with her guy.
I'm like, you know, I wasn't talking like Leroy, you know, let me number.
Man, like real talk. If I ever met him, I don't even know. Like, I think I'd be speechless for a minute. I'm like, hold on, let me put myself together real quick. Let me put myself because shit. Yes.
You'll see him and be like, let me see you pump them, take them, do them brown.
And the only reason I asked about is it because if you constantly dealing with the same people who you're attracted to, and it's not working, it's time to.
So, and that's funny because someone pointed it out. Actually, my mom's boyfriend actually pointed it out. He's like, why do you talk to these guys, these certain guys?
Mm-hmm.
He's like, you're basically attracting codependency. Like, because, and that's how I grew up. I grew up being mother hen. So it's like, I love to help people. I love to give. But then I give so much and I care so much, I end up fucking myself in the end, right? Because they move on. Right? Like, literally. Oh, I set you up for that one. You're welcome. But in all seriousness, you know, I give too much time, I give too much effort, and then, you know, I help them grow into a better person, and then, you know, they're gone. And it's just like, damn, like, you're right. They're like, you need to look outside the box. And I'm just like, and I'm not going to make the comment here, but we'll talk about it backstage. But yeah, so.
But you know what pisses me off? I think all of us, at some point, we all been givers and everything. So what pisses me off is that when you give, and I'm the type of person too, you give, and it's not appreciated or they don't respect it. Yeah, but not respected though. Like it's not acknowledged. You're like, I don't need nobody to give me a Nobel Peace Prize and no shit like that. But like I give, and I won't even fucking think about it. I won't even talk about it. I just give. You got people that don't appreciate it, don't acknowledge it, they take advantage of it. And I think that's what happened to a lot of us. We give, and some people just got their selfish ways. And I don't know. I've been another thing. I grew up. I watched like honestly growing up. I watched my brothers like said mainly begin. I saw him go out his way and to do shit. So when you except buy me a Big Mac, and hey, let me tell you about this motherfucker right here though. we go to McDonald's. I'll be with him. I'll be going to chill with him and shit. We going to ride. He's like, you hungry? I'll be like, yeah. Damn, you just eat.
I don't remember that, but that sounded like me back in the
day. He wasn't trying to pay for you.
He bought me food though, but no seriousness. I grew up watching men give, and that's why I got my mentality from my brothers and my dad. They've been givers. They was never like verbally abusive to women and like doing all like crazy shit to women. I grew up around some good dudes, and I took what I've seen from them. You know, I never seen them do something. You know, I seen my cousins do shit, but I didn't take from them. I saw my brothers and my dad. They went out their way, and like I grew up around good men. Shit, I thought my dad at one point. I thought me and my brother. I thought we had the same dad. Shit, he was. I mean, he gave him a card and everything. Was at every baseball game and just tag along. Like it's all about who you grew up with, and that's what the households lack to produce good men. A lot of young guys not growing up seeing the same thing I'm seeing, and that's why I was blessed to have my brothers and my dad around because I grew up in the household where I got to see them treat their women with respect. You know, go out their way. And everything, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot. It was a good household. So,
but in case you saw me being a player,
but you had to be a player because when your niceness was taken for granted, they tried to make you look dumb.
Yeah, because she was playing. I had a girl that was a player too. We got two players. Somebody gonna get played.
So he was gonna be a player. His girl at the time was trying to like he got the car. She tried to interrogate me like I was young and dumb. Like I'm gonna take her side of my brother. So I'm in the back seat. She gonna turn around when he get out the car. Like, so you know about this other girl? I was like, what girl? What girl? And she's like, and she only curse. That takes you curse. Get your ass out of my car.
But you know what? What happened with that? Because I was always. I was like Ashley. I couldn't do no wrong in her eyes. So when word started getting out that I was out there in the field, when she heard it, it messed her up. Then when she saw who it actually was, that really messed her up.
Yeah,
because it was actually somebody that was a 10.
She's a model.
Yeah,
she's a model, and she felt like very. That was that's why she interrogated me. She never said. I don't know. She had me. I remember that back seat. We was on 63rd and Halsted. 63rd and Halsted. But I was shy. But she's like, "So you knew about this girl?" I'm like, "What girl?"
I think I want to do a show about those times. I think I'm gonna do a show. I'm about to a tell all show.
We're gonna have to.
I'm gonna do a tell-all show. I want to do a tell-all.
It will definitely be love and sarcasm because I'm gonna sense some sarcasm coming out of that mouth.
Hey,
yeah, I got some story to tell.
The funniest one for me is in college. I was dating a girl, and we started the landlines in college and stuff. So this girl on campus decided to call my landline, and the girl, I'm not really dating her no more, though. We kind of like got a break, but she's like in my face. So my landline, landline phone, we had call ID. So in college, it goes, bring. I fucking answered, hey, what you doing? And then we sit across the table from me. I was like, shit, I ain't doing nothing.
Already guilty.
And she's like, it was a little loud mouth, but she's like, what the fuck you get down there and talk like that? But I'm like, shit. I'm like,
yeah. Yeah, let's have a powwow or the tell all. This ain't gonna be love and sarcasm. This got to be something else. This got to be something else. Tell it all.
Hey, you gotta turn your mic on if you want to talk to us, Ashley.
Shit. I said, it can fall under love and sarcasm because, once upon a time it was love. Now it's all sarcasm.
Y'all can laugh about it now.
Right. You couldn't hee ha ha back then.
Yeah, ha
Because I told I'm a bad liar. I'm a bad liar. What are they? Like, what's up? What's going on? What you doing? She right there across the table. What's up?
No, because some similar. Yeah, some similar. Because I mean, yeah, let's do that show. Because like the same situation. Because the girls get called at the wrong time.
Oh shit! You know you sweat. Hey, you know, like that armpits be sweating like. Oh shit! Like yeah. Lying just ain't my cup of tea. I just don't lie. I can't. Like I know you know what I'm lying. I don't look in the eye. I stutter. I just don't even lie. I don't even bother. It's just like why do it? Why do the crime?
He's doing it right now. I can't lie. I can't look in the eye.
It's true. I just don't. No, there's no point. There's no point in lying. Like it's like because back in the day when you go back, it'd be like use that lot. Use.
I mean, because even when I talk about it, I think about I like, damn, that was it right there. That's when I should have cut it. I should have cut the relationship right there.
Yeah.
So even when I said when I talk about it, I like, damn, that was it right there. I could. That was my get out of free guard. I could have got out of that. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But like I said, the history. You fall in love with the history and try to make it be one of those couple. We've been married for 40-something years. That's a challenge right there.
It's a challenge though, but I think it can happen. It just takes a lot of work though.
Not now. I think it's harder now. I think it's rare. It's too much social media. It's too much ass popping, temptations.
Not as girls like I don't. I think it's these what you call that stuff that the app people use, the girls use.
OnlyFans.
Yeah, it's like I don't really like women like to do that OnlyFans shit and all the ass popping is like because women they out of hand nowadays. The women do that because they think those are the ones that think they're kind of like independent and stuff because some perverts fun. They
them Instagram chicks got it bad. They be in my inbox, hey sweetheart, like beat it. Like who think I am?
Yeah.
Instagram chicks got it bad.
I haven't seen nobody as cute as you in a while. My page is private. You can barely see my picture. You better get your little get the hell out of here. Or sometimes I do get bored. I entertain it because I know they be trying somebody from Nigeria trying to get my information to steal it.
Yeah. So you can run it down.
They want to make you the new king.
Let's get into this Chris Rock thing.
I tried to watch that. I fell asleep on it. Because the first. I didn't get no laugh. I just didn't laugh the first 10, 15 minutes. I tried to watch it twice and I fell asleep on it.
It was actually
I didn't laugh at all. I didn't laugh at all.
It was actually live. It was like he was on stage live.
Oh.
So it was like a little bit different. Usually they'll do that show, they'll edit it and stuff like that. It was straight live. Mm-hmm. So what you thought, Ashley? You didn't
I didn't like it. Like I was watching it earlier this week or over the weekend. I put it on and first 10 minutes I'm like, okay, this is boring. I have my phone out and I start scrolling and I'm like, wait, what did he say? And I paused it and had to rewind it. I just felt like he was attacking one too many people. Like if you're gonna attack people, keep it short and simple. You know what I'm saying? Like I want you to tell jokes about you or about your life. Stop, you did R. Kelly. You did Michael Jackson, you did Meghan Markle, and then you closed with Will Smith. Like, that's a lot.
That's Chris Rock, though. Chris Rock, he that's the way his comedy is like that. Only reason I said I could say this, it was okay, but it wasn't his best. And for me, I think, and I was in another group, another movie group, and I was saying that I like the Marlon Wayne's stand-up. I thought Marlon Wayne's stand-up should have been Chris Rock's stand-up because Marlon Wayne's had his whole set was about Will Smith and Jada Pinkett or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I thought everybody was anticipating Chris Rock to attack that head on first, you know what I'm saying? Talk about the incident because everybody want to know, okay, what are you gonna talk about? But then we start talking about the politics stuff. People start, nah. They listening and trying to wait till you get to that point. he did it at the end, like 5 minutes of it, maybe 5, maybe 10 minutes of it. By that time, people was like gone, like they're not even tuned in anymore. So I thought he's a comedian, he's a professional, but I thought he should have addressed the elephant in the room first with the Will Smith stuff, then go into the politics or whatever. Because then by that time, you gave the people what they want, you're good. You know what I'm saying? Because it's ending when he dropped the mic. I don't think he was really done because it wasn't no punchline or anything. I think he was, by him doing it live, and I think he wasn't. To me, he felt uncomfortable, right? Because like everybody was watching or whatever because it's live too. So he didn't feel comfortable to me like he usually would be. You know what I'm saying?
I felt like he was comfortable. I mean, if he didn't feel comfortable telling the jokes, then he shouldn't have said it. Me going into the comedy world, what I'm finding is you want to open up with a banger and you want to end with a banger, right? Because you want them to remember you. So that's something that I am picking up on. He didn't open up strong. I'm sorry. I don't feel like he opened up strong. When he started talking about his daughter going on the trip, like, okay, speed it up. Like your story's a little too long, you know? And there's some people that just don't know how to tell jokes, and it is what it is, right? And I'm always looking for, feedback. Like, tell me, like, yeah, no, you should have said this instead of this, and it would have made it funnier. It definitely was not his best. I was not impressed. I mean, I literally was on the treadmill at the gym watching the last half of it, and I struggled with watching it. I'm like, I'm literally dying. Like, this is not funny. Like, I didn't, nothing.
Like I said, he didn't attack what everybody was expecting him to do. But like I said, if you could watch Marlon Wayans, he went right in on it had nothing to do. The Will Smith didn't have nothing to do with him, but he made it like corresponded with him and Jada because he liked the Jada back in the day, Jada Pinkett. I mean, it was funny to me, you know what I'm saying? But I like I said, I ain't taking away from Chris Rock, but like I said, I think he should have addressed that in the beginning or whatever. But like I said, he's a professional. I just been listening to comedy since I was 8 years old, so I kind of know what people want to listen. You know what I'm saying? But teach his own.
It ain't definitely his best one of his best shows though. But I mean, it wasn't really funny, and I think he need to grow his facial hair back. He been on Epstein Island. So,
that's so funny.
You gotta grow his hair back, Chris Rock.
But I mean, anybody, because it was just the point that it's been a year since he got slapped or whatever. So I think everybody was on their seats, like, okay, what are you about to say? When the Will Smith part, when are you gonna talk about that? When are you gonna talk about that? Then they just go on and on. You like, oh, then you kind of like fall back. Then when they start talking about Will Smith, then you get into it. Then he cut it because it's so short. It's like only 5 or 10 minutes. So you got us, you hooked us, and then you dropped the mic. And then we're like, damn.
That was it. Right.
Yeah. But it is what it is. I mean, that's his life. I mean, hopefully they get over it. I don't think him and Will Smith will be cool again. I mean, that just smacking somebody is a son of a gun.
Yeah, especially smacking somebody on live TV and going to do that and everything.
Yeah. Right.
Wife who's slutting around. But
and the last thing I got the Kanye West thing, man. The Adidas trying to get them back or whatever. I think it's a bunch of bull crap. I think Kanye should just tell them to go F themselves. And he should have went with another shoe company. You ask me, like I told you, Jonathan, if I was him, I wouldn't even mess with Adidas because, like they said, Adidas wasn't even selling. What about going to Adidas? Kanye brought Adidas back on the map or whatever. You know what I'm saying? If I was him, people probably wouldn't like it. I wouldn't have went with Nike, Adidas. I'd have went with a shoe company like Converse, Puma, or something like that.
Yeah.
Something that you're gonna really boost their stuff up, and they go let you call the shots because they know what you did with Adidas. You know what I'm saying? So I would have went.
But he even went to Skechers, and Skechers turned him down.
They got their fans. They got their fans.
I know, but yeah, I mean, it'd be dope if he would. I mean, I love Pumas. I'm starting to collect my little Pumas, and they're comfortable. So yeah, I'm definitely all for it.
Yeah,
if he Adidas, first of all, it seemed like
Yeezys aren't all that attractive. Sorry.
You said what?
The Yeezys aren't even all that attractive. Like it's not a shoe that I'd buy.
But people buy that shit. But if I'm him, I wouldn't even like. I'll go with somebody else, and I do my own thing, man. Here's the thing: when people speak out, and they speak out against the norm, obviously, these people want to ban them and do everything. So I would go back with them because obviously you're not respecting this man's freedom of speech. So at that point, why go back to Adidas make them any money? Y'all worry about selling the shoes you got left. Y'all on your own. It's just like the whole people have agendas. Like Colin Kaepernick. You go back to that situation to Colin Kaepernick, he didn't want to play football. He wanted to sell shoes. He wanted to sell shirts. He wanted to market his brand. He got a contract with Nike and wasn't even playing football. Man, listen to these people. Like, you listen to him talk. Listen to Colin Kaepernick talk outside of football, right? Listen to Kanye West talk in general when he made comments about Jewish people on everything. When he mentioned George Soros, they make Kanye look crazy, but Kanye tells some facts. Colin Kaepernick was never, ever for the movement that he pushed for to act like he was for, police brutality and everything. He made money off of police brutality. He acted a certain way and made money off it. That's what they want. That's what these shoe companies want. People that pretty much they want to make money. So they use like a black movement or any movement that create noise to make money off of. Kanye West was giving them the opposite, and then Adidas let them go. For Colin Kaepernick, Nike made money off the black movement. Those Rosa Parks shoes sold, and he was selling a lot of jerseys at the time he started kneeling and everything. So Nike capitalized. With Kanye West, he was making the people happy. He left. So now they can't sell these shoes or they can't sell this merchandise. So Adidas need him back to do what he did. So it's just that the difference between those two guys, from Kanye to Colin Kaepernick, Kanye is not a yes man. Colin Kaepernick is an opportunist.
Mm-hmm.
He can sell what he needs to sell and get what he needs to sell, even utilize the black movement. While everybody fell in line with that BLM shit and all that other stuff that was going on, Colin Kaepernick made money. He made money. And some people at that time thought it was okay that Colin Kaepernick could sit there, act like he for the movement made money. If you go behind the lines, a lot of people make money. Vanguard was a company that invested Nike made company. These are all companies owned by Jewish operators and Jewish people. If you go behind the scenes and look at Colin Kaepernick and the sales and everything, and the people who invest in Nike, you got people look at people who got Nike shares and everything. Look at those groups. You got to go down a rabbit hole and look at all this stuff concerning Kaepernick and even Kanye West. Kanye West came out and told some facts. People not ready for the truth yet in this world, and that's what's wrong with the world today. They want to live in this bubble where it's an imaginary world, but it's time to start living the truth. So, like you said about Kanye, he's got I would go with Converse, or I do my own thing. Do your own thing.
I mean, but the thing is, the reason I think he won't do his own, because I mean, if he's not rapping or producing beats, I mean, he ain't got nothing but time. You know what I'm saying? But when a company like Adidas puts your stuff out like that, as far as like, oh, he did this, they try to damage his brand, his name. I'm not going back to you. I'm not going back. You know what I'm saying? So the thing with Cap, to me, I think, and at the ESPN, all of them are full of crap because they like, well, I don't know why he don't have a job. Why he don't have a job? Why you didn't give him a job after he's not playing no more? You know what I'm saying? And why he can't be an analyst, a sports analyst? He knows football.
He's not marketable for TV. They don't want to see that. So
well, you know what? But they got Perkins. They got Perkins on TV.
Well, Perkins got that big fro and all that stuff to represent. See, the thing is, you can't sell that as a TV analyst. You got to put it behind the scenes, behind these movements, so people can buy it. You got to think they make people emotional, and that's how you sell merchandise. You make this police brutality like it's the worst thing in the world. You got Colin Kaepernick kneeling. You got these Rosa Parks shoes. Now it's a black thing. You made it a race thing. Now you can start selling stuff. And Colin Kaepernick, at the end of the day, earned him a multi-million-dollar contract with Nike. It doesn't even have a football team, but he's still making money. And how is he making money? Off the black movement. How BLM make money? Off the black movement. How those chicks get rich? Off the black movement and George Soros. No black movement has been powerful enough to move anything in this country because everybody is selling out for money. You look at the state's attorney in Cook County right now. She's getting funded millions by the Jewish billionaires in this world, George Soros. Black people sell out for money. That's why no movement has been strong. You don't have any strong leaders since Malcolm X and Dr. Martin Luther King. You don't. People are selling out. So the next thing you know, there's going to be something else on TV, and we're going to get exploited just like BLM did. Y'all saw the thing with the houses on the West Coast. Those girls got $1 million homes. What did you do for the families that got the suffering from violence from police brutality? You did nothing. You wouldn't buy fucking $1 million homes. You bought your family homes and everything. All the money. So check this out: Target, Walmart, who did all this money to BLM, and George Soros. He funded $33 million. I think it's 30 some million dollars for Black Lives Matter. Where did all that money go? That's the problem. We get these people like Colin Kaepernick, people like these leaders of BLM. They get this stuff and they use the Black movement. It makes money. BLM merchandise. How many Black Lives Matter shirts were sold? I need to look it up. How many were sold? How much money they make off selling the Black Lives Matter merchandise? BLM this, BLM that. Dude, they profited so much money off of movement, and everybody is for themselves. That's why I don't do race. I do who got my back. Who's gonna be with me through thick and thin through the end. I don't give a shit about no skin color. All I care about is who got my back. Because everybody at some point has been exploited. Barack Obama. I don't want to go that way. Everybody's off who worked for Barack Obama. But look between lines, look deep, crawl down a rabbit hole. Don't look at that Netflix special they got like he grew up on the South Side because he didn't. That dude is a rich, he's a millionaire, not a billionaire. He's a millionaire, and he's rich because his stepdad was rich. That's a different story though. So they put people in position to like bamboozle the brain.
Well, I mean, the only reason I say ESPN and all them other networks are full of crap because they was advertising Cap like he should be playing. He's better than this quarterback, that quarterback, and this team need a quarterback. But at the end of the day, you did not give him a job.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You didn't give him a job, regardless of the fact. I mean, and then they don't want that voice to be heard like that because they just anything they want controversy, but they don't want that controversy on their show.
It doesn't make them money though. That's my point. It don't make him money when he's been a sports analyst. Colin Kaepernick makes money by proving some racism point and trying to sell this merchandise because he has that $1 million contract with Nike. So they got to sell sales. He can't sell sales being a sports analyst, talking every day. You got to be behind the scenes.
He can. I mean, because because like when they do a full shot of these athletes and you see someone wearing Jordans and stuff like that, you can still advertise certain things or whatever.
Athletes at the podium, they don't have afros with this afro puff. He's a movement. It's a movement going on. Somebody's got shot. We need somebody to lead this movement. So he's the poster boy. He's got this afro. He's got the black fist up in the air. He's wearing the Rosa Parks shoes. He's telling NFL teams, hey, I want to try out here. I'm going here. I'm going to move location. When you zoom in on the camera, he's got his Rosa Parks shoes on, his shirt. That's all advertisements, all with Nike. So it doesn't work if he's behind the podium because he's got the fro. He doesn't fit the description that all the other athletes got. They got low cuts, suit and tie, whatever. He's got this little fro or his little braids. They don't want that on TV. They don't want that type of TV. It don't make them. It ain't gonna make them no money and make them sell merchandise. He's got to be up there, the movement.
Like I said, at the end of the day, if I'm Kanye, I mean, if I was Kanye, I wouldn't go back to. At the end of the day, I wouldn't go back to Adidas. I'd have just came up with. I would have went with, like I say, either one of them other brand shoes. It ain't got to be Skechers or anything. I would show them Skechers and Adidas. I'm gonna show you how I do it, and take a company like Converse, Puma, even New Balance. Even though New Balance don't need them because they got their own brand. Because old people wear New Balance and everything, so you really don't need that. But the who buy Converse now? You won't even see them motherfuckers no more.
I have some custom made ones. They dope as hell too.
Man, Crips and Bloods don't even wear Converse no more. They don't even wear Chuck Taylors no more.
Hater. They wear them in the gym though.
But I mean, you got Snoop even wearing Skechers. You know what I'm saying?
Skechers.
You got a sketch car. You got on a commercial. He got a commercial with Skechers. You know what I'm saying? So that's crazy. But if I was him, I would have went with another shoe company and brought them from the dirt like he did Adidas. Because what nobody wearing Adidas? Last person I know was wearing Adidas really was Derrick Rose. Really, that was it.
I mean, that was like a big comeback for them too. Yeah. I mean, other than Run DMC, we had that in like the 90s, 2000s, and then it was a dry. Yeah, there was a drought, and then you had D Rose. So
and you had a couple more people at D Rose that sticked out because he's from Chicago, and I know I was buying Adidas with D Rose. You know what I'm saying? So, but then that data ain't no athletes really taking over the shoe game like Michael Jordan. So I mean, when Kanye came through, even like I said, them shoes is not the best looking shoes or whatever, but it's Jay. You know what I'm saying? They was buying them. So I mean, ain't nobody taking Jordan out at all. You know,
What is
ain't no athletes, and no athletes just got the shoe game on lock like Jordan. Not even LeBron James. That was a shot. Pow!
I hope they go bankrupt because these sensitive ass people. You can say something and then you can speak more. The right, the freedom of speech is becoming less and less right now without you offending somebody. But whatever. I don't give a shit. Fuck sensitive people. Yeah, I said it. 2 bees in the bucket. Fuck it.
Don't even talk about that because that house party, that new house party is some garbage. Do not watch that.
You didn't like it?
No.
Well, we gotta do another one. We gotta talk about it.
You like it? You liked it?
I thought it was pretty good.
My bad, Dre. He said, "Got a little girl watching with me now." What are you watching? I hope they ain't watching the show with me and my little potty mouth.
No, yeah, we gonna get into that because I didn't like that at all. Because they try to reduplicate the original house party and do something. Only person who was funny in that whole house party was Kid Cudi.
Yeah, and look, the way that they hit, we can't even talk about it.
Yeah,
well, we're gonna have to go. We'll have to do a whole show on it. But yes,
I'm not even about to bother watching the movies today because they know good movies out anyway. So I'm
gonna go watch Creed 3.
That's probably the only thing. Other than that, I ain't watching that.
And Ant-Man.
I'm about to go watch some old My Wife and Kids when we get done. I'm not gonna watch. Hey, Mr. Kyle.
That was a good sitcom. That was like one show
great.
I'm gonna watch that though, babe.
They actually doing this. His son Damon Wayne and his son actually working on a sitcom right now. They supposed to be working on a sitcom right now. That should be good. They look just alike, so that should be real good.
I hope so because good sitcoms coming out. Hey, people that's watching, if y'all get a chance, donate to the Life Grind Cares thing because we'll be in the ATL at the end of March. We'll be giving back, and I'll be going to the red light district giving back. Shit, I'm just joking, y'all. Wait, I'm joking. But no, donate to our Life Grind Cares. We give back to people in Atlanta, and eventually come back to Chicago and give it back. Check us out. Life Grind Cares. What we got coming up next though? For our shows, we got wine therapy next week.
Yeah, you guys have wine therapy next week, and I think we're gonna do some shows live in Atlanta.
Oh, live
with our Peaches.
Oh yeah, Peaches gonna be chilling with us down in Georgia. I ain't gonna see. I can't do the song right now. I ain't got no voice. But no, we're gonna be doing some live shows, and then we might as well do another. What's so funny?
You said you weren't gonna sing right now, and I was like, oh, thank God.
Oh shit, man. I hit that note. I can't. I gotta fucking drink some water though.
Let's not. And say we did.
We gotta do another Love and Sarcasm note this month though.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I think we should. That one, I let it all out.
Yeah, let's do it.
It's therapy.
Hey, but this is Love and Sarcasm, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in on a Friday night. Thank y'all for y'all time. Love and Sarcasm, Life Grind, Set Up Productions. Peace, y'all.